If you are looking to buy a Sony Xperia phone, I have something to share with you. This video you can see the camera samples. Before that, I have to share one thing. Sony Xperia phones have green line issues. So remember that. This is Sony Xperia 5 Mark III. It got green lines. When I bought this, it had one green line, but that turned into white color. While I was making this camera test, I took some pictures, and while I was transferring, I got a fresh green line in this device. So remember these things. If you are buying a Sony Xperia phone, if you don't want green lines, avoid 5 series, Sony Xperia 5 Mark II, 5 Mark III and 5 Mark IV. And if you have no problems with green lines and you don't want your device to heat up, you should avoid Sony Xperia 1 series, because Xperia 1 series heat up little more than the 5 series in my experience. But Sony Xperia 1 series are relatively less to get green line issue. Compared to 5 series, they have less green line issues. I checked in internet and Reddit. 1 series are not having green lines as much as 5 series do. But so if you are living in India, you definitely can't use Sony Xperia 1 series phones, because it overheats in normal temperatures. Imagine in summer, how will the device perform and how hot it gets when we reach peak temperature in summer. So it's your choice. I don't have a issue with green lines because it doesn't affect the camera performance. I use a different device for daily basis, so I just use this for camera purpose. So this serves its purpose. So now let's see the camera results of Sony Xperia 5 Mark III. For making this video, I have to get an animal to test auto eye focus of animals with Sony phones. Usually this cat comes in the morning because this is not our pet. It came again in the evening, so we can do the test. We can check the eye autofocus. This is ultra wide angle lens. Check. Very low. Okay, it didn't focus on the eyes. Why didn't it focus on the eyes? I think it can't read the eyes. Yes, it can read the eye. It can read the. It can zoom it one more time. It can focus on the eyes of animals too. I'll take 4.4 zoom. Yes, it focuses really well. I want to turn off the continuous mode. I'll take single picture. Let's switch to bokeh effect. We should have background blur. Let's do the same test again, but on flowers, but this time on continuous focus. So how many pictures it can take? Let's see. Okay. So moving the phone, you can see how the focus and focus lab showed in the dark. Let's use Sony's basic camera app to take some pictures of birds. This is 16 mm lens ultra wide and now 24 mm lens, which is main lens. This is 2.9x, means 70 mm lens. 4.4x lens, it is 105 mm I think. So you can zoom up to 12x.